chemo because
How do you not lose your mind? I mean,
well, because I basically doze. You know, it puts you in. It basically, this chemotherapy puts you immediately in menopause. So it's like, essentially, I'm bleeding from every orifice except the one I'm supposed to.
good God.
Yeah, you know, like you lean over, you're sitting in the toilet, and you're leaning over because you've got cramps, and it's like, what's that red stuff on the floor? Oh, it's dripping out of my nose now. Weird stuff happens to your body. You're basically, your whole body starts to revolt. The other day, I couldn't walk. My whole right hip went out on me. I really couldn't walk. It took me all morning to be able to limp to work. The night before, I was crawling up the stairs on my hands and knees. And now it's fine.
Yeah.
Because it gives you arthritis. It exacerbates the arthritis. You've got symptomology. They don't even, I mean, my doctor basically told me that there were 2 protocols for me. One is 3 weeks, will make me extraordinarily sick. I will lose all my hair. And he doesn't even think it's the best one. The other protocol is 6 months. He can let me keep my hair because he puts this band, like a blood pressure cuff around my head that's attached to the blood, and I pump up the blood pressure. And then when they inject the chemo into the IV, it stops, it cuts off the supply to my scalp. Not to my brain, but to my scalp. So essentially I sit there for 10 minutes praying that I'm not going to get a major headache. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And in 10 minutes, you know, after the medicine's gone in and the saline is washing it through, once that 10 minutes is off, I can take it. My hair's not great, but I've got all my hair.
And your hair's there.
I guess they like to keep you off as many drugs as possible. He's like, how many oral drugs are we taking now? It's like every week it's a new drug. Colace, Senecot, Nexium, I take vitamin E to help with the hot flashes. Haha, they don't help. I can't eat tofu anymore. I hate that.
You used to love tofu.
I know, I love tofu, but because it's got those phytoestrogens in it, the natural plant estrogens that my gynecologist told me, because I was a walking breast cancer bomb after that bleeding nipple 5 years ago, and they told me I had a marker in my blood, so I knew it was going to happen. Everybody kept saying, why do you say that? Why are you so negative? I kept telling them, because I'm reality-based, I know I'm going to get it. It was just a matter of time, so I hit 5 years and bam, there it was. But he told me, you can't take regular estrogens because it will exacerbate your breast cancer, you know, the possibility of you getting breast cancer, so eat lots of soy. So I've been eating soy up the wazoo every day for lunch. But nobody made the connection then that there was a possibility between soy and exacerbating breast cancer, because if they did, I wouldn't be eating it. But now, you know, bagel and lox, no, I'll have the tofu cream cheese, thank you. Now it's like, no more tofu for me. Maybe I gave myself breast cancer, I don't even know. With all the soy. Because they just don't know. It's amazing how much they don't know. There was that article in the New York Times about, they used to think if they get it real small, I mean, how bizarre is this? That if they get it real small and there's no nodes, that, you know, you've got a better prognosis. No. Big tumors can wind up with no mets, and little tumors can wind up with mets later on down the road. They just don't know. That's the bottom line. They just don't know. The cure is worse than the disease in a way. My body's gone to hell. I must have aged 10 years in 6 months. The gray hair.
Yeah.
My skin is like rubber. Wait, when will I lose the fat chemo face? You'll see. All the cracks and crevices will appear because it's filled in with fat now.
No.
So that's the first thing that surprises them, and I always tell people, listen, I get up at 5:30 every morning. If I haven't been up before that, I have to get my daughters up at 5:30 to get them on a bus at 6:30. Doesn't usually pay to go to sleep again unless I'm sick. And usually I can't because I've got to eat something, because I've got to take some medication that requires food. So I can't even sleep when I'm tired. And then when I need to sleep, I'm not tired. So it's a vicious cycle, but I start putting on my makeup at 7 o'clock. And if I'm lucky, I get out of the house by 11. It takes me that long. It takes me that long to be able to recreate my former self in some manner, shape, or form. I'm an expert at makeup now, man. My kids have had a hard time dealing with this. I sat them all down individually. That actually, out of everything, when I was waiting for the diagnosis, I kept saying to myself, the worst part about this, about finding out that it's malignant, which I just had a feeling, I had a sixth sense about it. I said to myself, the worst part about this is going to be telling certain people. Telling my parents, telling my kids, telling Shalom, telling you. Those were the people that factored in. That was going to be the worst, was telling certain people, because, how do you tell people you care about, I've got cancer.